We're up.
We're up.
That's life.
Dang. Welcome to Look It Up.
This is the first live stream. Are you coming in, Kim, or are you just going to sit there?
First live stream of Look It Up. We just chat about things.
Just whatever happens.
Get yourself a drink.
Yeah. You guys want drinks?
Yeah, I'll have a drink, please. So, I don't even know what to talk about. First thing, work at Chermside Aquatic Centre. Hit it up.
Too much info. Don't do that. Probably should do that. Now we want to rock up.
Yeah, we should rock up to the pool. It's awesome.
So our address is 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't fucking come in. I don't know what the audio is going to be like on this though, so we'll have to suss that out.
Let's test it out.
Well, we won't be able to until we go back and rewatch it. And we'll be able to get an understanding. What's the light looking like on it?
It's definitely getting darker.
You could turn a light on.
Let me leave that open. We'll get it.
Natural light is the best.
Yeah? Alright, for sure. Might have been this extra one. Alright, so the battery's only got half charge on the camera as well, so we'll just talk about random shit until it kind of ends. Actually, we'll just cut off and screen go black. Or we can sort of like an hour until we get bored. Whatever. Yeah. Welcome, guys.
I was
glad that made it to the
damn. What's been happening?
Same old. Kim, you can be our what's the guy's name? Look it up on Joe Rogan. You can be that dude, Kim.
You gotta look up when we bring up stats.
You just type up shit. Here you go. You're the look it up person. We'll find it out.
Yes. 11 o'clock.
10:59. Or don't look it up, Kim. That's cool too.
Well, no.
Whatever we say.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
What's been what are the last convos that we had that were really good? Chatting about like random kind of things.
That Netflix Take Your Pills.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. That was fucking crazy. So how far into it are you?
We got halfway. All we're doing is mention a bunch of people that are taking this pill. Adderall.
Anyone out there hasn't seen it, go check it out. Holy fuck, it'll blow your mind.
Basically, it's been going on since they were saying like 1929. Some guy was testing some things for coffee, came across this thing, injected himself.
That's right. They started giving it to the wives.
Yeah.
Housewives would start taking it to like boost up their cleaning and shit, and just get like more active.
But it's just been at the moment. It just seems all positive. But there's no.
You're in the first half of the film. It hasn't really shown that.
Well, I've got to get to that negative side of things. At the moment, it's just like my life is better. I can work faster. I can focus on. I'm doing housework. I'm not tired when I get home. And you go, okay, why? If it's.
I was reading this thing on it as well,
PhD.
Yeah, I was reading this thing on the writers and stuff for like big companies. They're all on Adderall. Every single writer. I don't know how true that is, but it's definitely believable.
Oh, well, I reckon the statistics for how many people are in America in colleges are taking it are just off the chart.
Well, even if they're not prescribed it, they would know people that have it, that they buy it.
Yeah, but do you think people in Australia and our colleges are taking that or something similar?
100%.
Adderall?
100%.
I don't think we have it here, man. I looked
We
it up.
definitely have Adderall here.
But not in the chemists.
Look it up, Jamie. Look it up.
I'm gonna give it
Is it more? Because
You
when
can
I
move
looked
to
it
the
up, it's
side.
more like
Ritalin.
Ritalin.
We have Ritalin as well.
Yeah, but you can get that from the chemist.
No way. Bullshit. Look that up. We're going on camera straight after this if we can.
I'm pretty because when we looked up ADHD medication, it was Ritalin something else, but it had nothing to do or no one even called Maggie, so he works at the pharmacy. But she was like, she didn't know what Adderall was.
No, the ADHD medications that are currently prescribed in Australia are dexamethasone.
Dexies, yeah.
Yeah, dexamethasone and methylphenidate. There's no Adderall in Australia, but they're the two.
The second one, methylphenidate, isn't that Adderall?
Well, no,
Maybe
the
it's a compound or-
other stimulant medications are used to treat ADHD, but are not available in Australia. Example, Adderall. Yeah,
Oh, so Adderall's
it's not in Australia.
Oh, well, that's
I told you, man. It's so interesting. It's like, why is it such a big thing in America?
So we have what, Ritalin?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the ADHD. I don't know what it's usually
Well,
called.
the
Look it
Dexies
up.
must be.
Look it up.
We're meant to have.
Dexies.
I know we have Dexies and Ritalin for people that have ADD, but then if you look at even the statistics of how many people have come in with, oh, their kid's got ADD, you got ADD.
Have they talked about
It's
that in
like
the movie?
11. Yeah, they had like 11% in America.
And some of them are like 6
one
and 7 and 8 and shit. It's like, holy fuck, you're giving your child fucking meth.
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, this is before they were even
Oh,
6 years
yeah.
old. So,
It's just a whole crazy fucking.
but Netflix has come out with a bunch of awesome new things.
So
Bunch of
many
new
ones.
good
Yeah,
documentaries.
Ritalin. I don't know what the other one's
Yeah.
called.
Oh, so we do have Ritalin.
We have Ritalin, yeah,
Okay. Shit.
So it's one of
or
those.
Concerta. Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's just Netflix is. But I'm always wondering with Netflix when they talk about World War II or like Trump, for instance, if they're going to be biased because it's American.
Well, it's whoever's making the film is going to be biased. Like, everyone's got their own individual biases, which they just project on whatever they're filming.
But another one that shocked me, Red Pill.
That was a good one. That was a life changer though, because it makes you realise that the way you've been thinking isn't necessarily correct, and that others, like, there's another viewpoint.
Yeah, well,
Even if the viewpoint is so against what you initially believe, you've still got to take it into consideration.
well, the MRA, men's right activists, were all about men's rights. Obviously, going against the whole feminist movement, which is always like everyone's equal, and then MRA came in like all men's right activists totally agree with all the feminist views. Just go, but look at the stats. You see all these
The
people.
stats don't back up what you're saying.
No, the whole workplace health and safety. Who goes to war? Who's suspendable? Males or females? Really does rattle that brain.
The insurance as well, insurance companies more likely to give insurance to females because of their life expectancy is older. And then you got things like suicide. Suicide rates for men are incredibly higher than females. The custody of children.
That's,
Holy fuck, man! I was crying watching that shit. Fuck. That chick that raped the guy to then get the kid to get the money off the guy so that she could have a better life. So she fucking raped him to give birth to another life form just so she could get fucking money off him. Dude, that's some fucked up shit.
That's
That's
so
fucking shit.
deep, and at the same time, the whole point is like, oh, how can a woman rape a man? Like, do you know men get raped more? And they're like, oh, how? Where is it? Jail. What do you think happens in jail?
Jail's another thing that's fucked up. It's meant to be like a rehab place. Not many people go there for rehab. Like 85% incarceration rate. That's not on. That doesn't make sense at all.
What about even just look into how many people are in jail and the different jail systems around the world. Like, I think it's Black Dolphin in Russia. That is some messed up stuff. If jail was like that across the board around the world, no one would want to go to jail. Guaranteed, no one would.
Haven't seen it.
And then you see how good it is, well, not good, but better in America or Canada or even Australia, you go, wow, you get a bed, you get woken up, you get daily activities.
Fuck, what's it like in Russia?
You go and have your meals. Russia, you're in a 2x2 by yourself. There is a cage.
2 meters by 2 meters.
Yeah.
So it's not. So you
It's this.
stand up.
So you stand up basically. There's one bed. There's a cage. There's a cage, and then there's another whole wall and cage outside of that. Whenever you're getting moved or transported to another facility, you are blindfolded, bent over, cuffed on the back, and you have dogs for.
What crimes do you have to commit to go to this place? though?
Oh, this
Like,
is
is this
this
like,
is from. Is it from?
I stole an apple? No, you got
murder, everything like that. Everyone's in there is mostly murder and high-end criminals, but then you think about all the people that have got manslaughter charges, murder, that are in the same facility as a bunch of other people in America.
Yeah.
With the people who do low crime, like just having weed on them.
How do you think
That
they ever
free
pass that?
strike, that
Yeah.
free strike policy is
Oh,
absolutely
let's turn
nuts.
it into a fucking baseball game. Yeah, make the fucking justice system a baseball game. What a fucking dumb idea. Was that Reagan? Reagan?
Yeah.
It was Reagan that came up with
Yeah.
that shit.
President.
Fuck, man, you're a fucking idiot. No, was it Clinton? Fuck, it was either Reagan or Clinton. I think it's Reagan though. Damn, what a fucking dumb idea. How do you think going back to the 30s when they made cannabis illegal? How do you think they actually did that?
Tobacco companies. Tobacco companies said it was bad for you, do all this harm, and
But at the same time, they were talking about marijuana, which is a type of tobacco. Marijuana isn't weed or cannabis, it's tobacco. It's a whole different plant. So they've labelled, from what I've read, they've managed to convince people that this marijuana, which is a type of Mexican tobacco, was weed. It's the same thing, but it's not. It's tobacco. But everyone still calls it weed.
No, I'm pretty sure marijuana is just like that's what the Spanish people. Oh, yeah.
Look it up and see it.
I'm pretty sure the tobacco company is fighting, and they wanted the power.
I've heard Rockefeller's behind it.
Oh, Rockefeller's behind. That's because of the
Mind you, though,
oil.
I got that from Eddie, so Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that shit
Yeah.
is. He's a good motherfucker. Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
That's one of the best podcasts you'll ever see.
He's fucking
Hands
great. Him and Joe just going back and forth all fucking funny ass.
Joe has to be on that edge of accepting being friendly at the same time, actually look into it. But
They've known each other a long time, so they know each other's bullshit. So it's always good to see them chat. Shit. Or when they have fucking Joey Diaz on as well. But back to the fucking weed thing. How, like, why make it illegal though? Like, what are the benefits of making it illegal?
because it's controlled.
But it's not controlled. If it was legal, you can control it.
But then you can control people not having it. And saying people can't have it. It's a law, that's what you do. It's
But
sort
how
of like-
is that? What I'm saying though, from their point of view, from the government's point of view, how is that a good thing?
'cause people
What is the
consume
difference
things
between
that aren't illegal.
marijuana and cannabis? Is
Yeah.
just that a word. There is no difference. There's no.
So marijuana doesn't reference tobacco.
No.
It's just that's just what the Mexicans called it.
They call.
They
cannabis marijuana.
changed the word to mar. I think it just must be like marijuana in Spanish, and then it just sort of stuck.
Oh,
I mean, cannabis in Spanish.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those
It's fucking
things.
weird. Like I've thought about it a lot.
If you don't want people to have something, make it illegal.
I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is that from the government's point of view, what's the benefits of having people not have access to it? Like, why is that the good thing? Why is that the
Well,
path to
we
go
gotta
down?
we gotta find out why initially or who wanted it banned, because it wasn't banned before and then became
For thousands and
illegal,
thousands of
illegal
years, yeah.
And I think it's because of the tobacco company wanting to get their business bigger. So make that legal, make this illegal. You can't have that, but you can have this, or have my goods. So
I guess,
start
yeah, 'cause,
smoking
yeah.
the tobacco,
Because tobacco is
make
much
that-
harder to grow, isn't it?
and then that's illegal. So you can't touch that, but have my stuff because it is legal. And you can have it whenever you want. Boom.
Just buy it.
Look how much money that person's gotten now.
Just go down to 7-Eleven.
But now it's like, okay, let's make it legal, and let's put a price tag on it. Might as well just sell everything. Might as well just have all drugs under the sun and just control them.
That would be a good thing, though. Crime rate would drop immediately. Overdose rates drop, we know.
Well, what crime are people going to be doing now? Apart from the ones when they're on the
Actually hurting
substances
others, yeah.
and actually hurting others for the point of hurting others.
Well,
rather
most
than-
people don't actually hurt people on drugs except PCP. PCP is like an aggro drug. If you take PCP, pretty much every bad crime you've ever heard of someone being on drugs and doing something bad is all being PCP, which is a very fucked up drug. But how many people, like,
Imagine
the
if-
amount of people you would know in your own life that have smoked weed and done something bad are so fucking low. Like, in my entire life, that number would not be more than 5. And they would not have been on something else. Everyone that I know that's done something bad, like getting in a fight or some stupid shit like that, has had alcohol involved. They haven't. I've never known someone to have a joint and then be like, okay, let's go fucking fight, and like beat the shit out of one another. I've never witnessed anything like that in my life.
maybe going to
Maybe I've had a sheltered life though. So I don't know. But I can't even imagine someone doing a drug like cannabis and then being violent. It's just weird. But then you've got things like alcohol, which as soon as you have a lot of that, people just start getting aggressive.
and people
What the
flick
fuck is
off
that
on
shit going?
different types.
Mm.
Like I can tell you, rum.
Yeah.
Rum sets me off. Rum sets a lot of people off. But you have vodka, you just have an amazing good time.
Tequila, if you get the night.
Yeah, tequila always ruins the night. But it's interesting. There's got to be something to do with the mixture. Something.
Well, it's how they're made. Like vodka's made with potatoes.
Yeah.
So it's just beer's made with wheat. So. But I genuinely think the world would be a better place if all drugs were legal, or at least regulated. If they're regulated.
Regulated, and you can purchase
Yeah.
them, and you have everything monitored. Wouldn't that be so much easier to deal with?
Yeah.
There's no drug lords anymore.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just called
That
it's
whole
just called
section of-
drugstore.
Those whole sections of crimes would
It's
not
like,
exist anymore.
oh, what do they deal with? Oh, cocaine, all these amazing drugs, all these marijuana, blah, blah, blah. You make it all legal and you put it in the drugstores and you go, you can have this, this, this,
Yeah.
and this, and that's it, you're regulated. This person had this much because he bought it from the shop here. Then it's like, okay, what are the gangsters doing now? Oh, they're just doing black
And it would all be
market
so
for-
pure, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it'll be
The
pure.
quality-
It wouldn't be
The quality
dodgy,
would
yeah.
increase. There is no backyard toilets
Yeah,
being
nah.
done and dodgy things and people getting some other mixtures would be just the pure stuff. Jobs would go through the
Yeah.
roof. Different sections would be made. And
Well,
then
tax. Think about tax.
Oh.
Your school systems and shit getting all this fucking
parks,
extra money
everything
now.
would just go
Billions of dollars.
so far up.
Roads, everything.
And
I mean,
then,
the whole world would change when your drug dealer becomes this old white lady named Debbie who works behind the fucking counter. Like that's
it's like,
that's the whole-
hey Debbie, how you going again? Yeah, I'm just after my regular pills. Yep. Sure, no problem. Can I see your
Would you
ID?
like your weed in a drink or a pill or or a juice?
Yeah. That
Or
would be
butter?
astonishing. And then the next minute, the only thing they're going to be dealing is like firearms and all.
They
That's
won't
like,
go far. It's not in Australia. I
well,
don't think we'll ever bring back guns here.
well,
Those
you
days.
can buy a gun here.
Oh yeah,
you
it's
can
just
get a gun.
fucking expensive.
Expensive, but it's also so hard to stuff up.
Mm.
There's so many background checks, police checks, family checks. Like it's one of those things.
Yeah,
that
you
just
have
keep
to
that
be
up.
a genuinely good person to have a gun. Like no records of any kind of ever doing anything bad.
gun.
That's it. Well,
whole
and farms.
locker.
Farms have fucked up. But that's because of like wild animals and shit.
But
What's weird though too is the illegal market for guns is through the fucking roof. Like, for example, those mass shootings that keep happening in America, you can get those guns for like $600, right? And almost a semi-automatic rifle you can get for $600. Here, that same gun, $25,000. I mean, that's not. If you got 25 grand, you're not going to buy a fucking gun to go shoot some people. You're going to spend that money doing something else. You're in a completely different fucking mindset. Yeah. You're putting a fucking buying a brand new car or something. Yeah, going to the other side of the planet for a fucking holiday.
Yeah, let's go see the Northern Lights. Let's go hang out. Let's do some amazing stuff. Why have a weapon?
It's pretty fucking crazy.
But that's the thing. That's why there was that controversy with fellow Australian, the comedian going overseas and doing the whole gun control comedy act.
Oh yeah.
And then just going through the roof and how they got so much attention because he's just spitting facts.
Yeah.
Well,
not
all of it facts, but in a funny, humorous way, we can all laugh at it and go, "Oh, there's some hidden truth," just like George Carlin.
Oh man, he was a fucking genius.
Smart individual, comedy act, and if you actually look deep into it,
all the comedians are so fucking intelligent these days. So fucking smart.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Have to be. There is some.
Just turn and laugh up on its head, making you think about it differently.
Just it's one of those things for sure. Where it's just if you have to look at it a different way. Imagine growing up overseas, you have a totally different view, mindset, religion, ethnic background, the people you see on a day-to-day basis, what people are doing in the streets on a day-to-day basis. Come to Australia, it's a whole different world. Yet we live on the same small planet.
Mind you, we're fucking distances away from everyone else. Like, we're at the fucking bottom and there is nothing fucking close by.
But yeah, you go to any of the countries that are close by, apart from New Zealand, you go to Fiji, Vanuatu, Papua New Guinea. There's still jungle tribesmen there, and they're just over the water.
Right there.
Indonesia. And they army this out in an instant, and you go all the way up to get into the.
China's pretty much
Asia.
right there as well. But
And once you get to Asia, it's just.
Australia's getting pretty similar to China now.
How so?
Well, the population of Chinese people is increasing by a fuck ton. It's like huge. And a lot of our stores, I've seen a couple of stores now where it's got the English writing and then it's got the Chinese underneath.
Well, that's why we say
so it's like
sunny
merging.
because
Yeah.
China and Brisbane, the street signs are becoming
It's
Chinese.
definitely merging, that's for sure.
But the funny thing is, even though China's population is growing, they don't ever let go of their language.
Oh yeah. Well, you wouldn't.
But think about how many
Their languages.
dead languages there are because people just go, all right, if I want to do business and deal with overseas and I want to mark myself, well, English is the language to do it, and then they forget their native language, but their history is way too strong for China to ever give up.
China's impressive, man. Very, very impressive culture. Their language is incredible too. Like, you can't really lose a language like that because of how dense it is. I mean, their way of speaking as well. Like, language isn't just how you speak; it's also how you think, how you interpret things. Like, you have different names for things. You describe your experiences. How you remember those experiences is determined by how you think. I think we were having this conversation a couple of weeks ago where we were talking about bark on a tree or something.
Yeah,
Like
in
that
Russia,
word in English is just bark.
bark. We
But
just
then
said
other,
bark.
yeah.
Yeah, in Russian, the thing is like 8 different ways of saying bark or describing it how it feels.
Yeah.
If it's like papery, or is it solid? Is all that bark you can just rip off the tree, or is it just the tree and like it's stuck? You can't rip off the bark, but it's just the trunk of the tree.
Well, even trying to explain it now, we're trying to use
we
English
try to,
and it doesn't.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I have to describe it
The
in different
synapses
ways.
aren't there.
Yeah, I've
It's
just
fun.
described in different ways of pulling, ripping, tearing, density, and it's just there's just so many things to learn and how to understand culture. Like the way they speak in Chinese, very blunt and straight to the point.
Yeah.
And then, when they come across and they go, I have this, I want this, you go, oh, some people might say that in a rude, quite blunt, arrogant manner, but they don't have that. It's like,
they
no,
don't
that's
take
what,
offense to it.
they don't take offense to it. That's what you went straight to do. You wanted to buy this, you're going to get this. I want a chicken. Give me a chicken.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, may I have can I get a chicken, please? May I have that? May I have that? That's a question to them.
Yeah.
May I have the chicken? No, you can't have the chicken. It's a yes or no. Yes, can I have it? Yes, of course you can have it.
They're not so much asking a question, they're making a statement.
They're making a statement. That's what I want, and that's what I want to get. Like, there's no.
How do I get it?
Yeah. That's why people that only know one language.
Yeah, well, that's why
you
my
don't know
language
what you
is
don't
always
know.
so
You
much
miss,
smarter.
yeah,
Because they got
you
different
miss,
ways of
yeah.
thinking, so they can interpret things way differently. Or at
Language
least
is-
have that better.
I just feel like in Australian schools we've got to know a language. It should be mandatory to do another language.
Definitely.
It really opens
It
up.
needs to be a class. Definitely needs to.
Really opens up the
So
mind.
it would be so much better. It would improve society. Sure. But it would cause controversy because it's like, why are you picking this language over this language? All that crap.
Yeah, but then you go overseas and most people have to learn English. No one's questioning, why are you learning English and not Russian? Or why are you not learning Mandarin? There's more people that are from China, and Chinese people do business very well, very highly educated. Their school systems are far better than ours. Why aren't we learning Chinese then? Or why do they have to learn English and not something else? Or why do they even bother learning another language? It's one of those, it's hard, but at least we have a start. Like in primary school, it was like mandatory to do Japanese, but then as soon as you went to high school, it was German, Chinese. And then
We had Chinese in grade 7. That was it. And we kind of did in grade 8, but very briefly.
it's too
The
short to
littlest
learn.
you can do, basically. The least amount of effort you can put in, but they can like tick it off on the box.
Yeah.
Where the teacher's like, yeah, I taught it.
Yeah. I taught it, they
Please
counted
keep
to 10,
paying.
and they will never ever be used ever again. In
I
their life.
made sure that they would forget it in 12 months.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They can say hello, goodbye, and welcome. And they can count to 3. Yeah. Definitely.
But does that happen in China? Do Chinese? Is it in their school system to learn?
Oh, mandatory.
To learn what though?
English.
Okay.
From like grade 1
Oh fuck.
all the way through high school. It's one of the
Like every year.
every year.
Holy fuck.
Every week.
Well, ours is pathetic in comparison.
Every
Holy
year,
fuck.
every week. They have special schools that people want to go to do immersion classes. That's why people go there to teach English, because they don't need to know Chinese because it's just an immersion class. They want to hear the native tongue. Most Chinese people, when you speak to them, the little kids, all have American accents. Teacher, ruler, rubber. And you're like, okay, someone's been telling you, or they've been listening to podcasts or music videos or
It's
TV
definitely gonna be
shows.
music videos though.
Or even
Hollywood.
TV though. Even
Yeah,
TV,
Hollywood.
it's all with that American accent. And then you
That's
know,
everywhere in the world though.
but when I came out of my class speaking, it was funny hearing an American person take over from my classes when I was in China, and then going, "Oh, teacher, ruler, rubber, what are you doing?" You know, they really pick up on everything because of their tonal language. They really pick up on how you're pronouncing the words as well. Whereas you can say teacher, ruler, rubber. It doesn't matter how you say it; it still means the same thing. Whereas you could completely change the sentence or completely change the words how you say things.
Yeah, it's the different tonality spectrums that you can use, yeah.
Definitely one of those things. Do you need another drink?
Nah. Another half still. Just while I'll check on camera. Well, we're still going. Whoa, what's that, Kim?
I was just looking on this website that
Canada Seed Store.
that's what came up with the answer before.
You can buy seeds.
Yeah, you can. It's legal, but then at the bottom it's like, it's
Are
they, These are like, all
live
for-
seeds or are they,
Yeah, yeah.
been dead?
no, they're all good.
You can
Because
just
it's like
buy 'em.
cannabis seeds are sold as adult souvenirs. germination or cultivation of cannabis seeds is illegal, but yes.
Oh, holy
You can
shit,
buy
that's
them.
awesome. I mean, we're not.
And
gonna
it said
buy
you
some.
can use Bitcoin.
No fucking way. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Currency of the future, everybody. It's the way we're going.
Bitcoin.
Mm. Well, the blockchain at least, anyway. Decentralize everything. What a great idea. Can't believe it's taken this long to catch on before it became a real thing. Pause it. You reckon? You done for the day?
See how it went. See how it goes. Thanks, everybody. Look it up.
Look it up.
You didn't even pop up with it.